All right, so as you can see on the screen, this is one of the major arcanas card, and the card number is number 3. And 3 represent, as we learned, creativity and knowledge, right? And you have this card, the name of the card is the Empress. If you see this card, so usually in major arcana card, you will see the number as well as the name, right? That's why you see the Empress and number 3. So if you see this card, the Empress is beautiful, you know, a beautiful woman with blonde hair and a peaceful aura about her. Like when you see this picture, there's something peaceful, right? Like the vibration that you get, it's like a queen sitting on a very beautiful throne, right? And
Yeah.
on her head, she is wearing a crown of 12 stars, showing her connection with the mystical realm and the cycle of natural world, the 12 months of the year and the 12 planets.
I never
And
noticed that. Wow.
yeah, see this 12, the
Yeah.
crown. And her robe, if you see the robe, it's patterned with pomegranates, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a symbol of fertility.
Okay.
And she sits upon a luxurious array of cushions. If you see this
Mm-hmm.
cushion and flowing red velvet. See this red velvet.
Right.
And one cushion features a symbol of Venus, which is the planet of love, creativity, fertility, beauty, and grace. And that is the essence of Empress. What else we see? We see greenery, right? Greenery all around. And we also see she's holding a wand. So this card shows abundance. This card shows lavish life. This card shows a childbirth, could show childbirth. It could show a new business or new member coming in the family, maybe a childbirth or marriage. And if you see in the foreground, golden and white springs from the soil reflecting abundance from the recent harvest. See this yellow? The person is great balance of love and respect. And the card also shows stability, love. Such people are nurtured. They take care of their family very much. Like they shower a lot of love, um, lot of caring towards their children, towards their family, and they're the nurturer of the family and very patient, right? Like the way she's sitting, it's like very patient and very, very beautifully she's holding the grace. So if this card comes in the past, that means the person was having all the comforts in his or her life. She had the materialistic things, people came to her for advice, she had good reputation among the people around her, and she had the power, stability as well. And I'm using the word she, but it could be he as well. It because card doesn't show gender, it shows the energy. So this is feminine energy. So when we say people come for advice to her because it is number 3, right? And number 3 represent knowledge and creativity. Positive number 3 shows knowledge, like you have the knowledge, and negative number 3 means you need knowledge, right? So if we apply the present aspect, that means a person is having all the comforts in her life. She is having all the materialistic things. People come to her for advice. She has good reputation among the people around her. She has a power, stability. She is a nurturer. She cares for the people around her. or it could show that you are either, you know, looking to have a child or you are pregnant with a child. That also shows, this card also shows that. If we say future, then the person in, so this card becomes very positive in the future state, right? Because this person is going to lead a very lavish life, very stable life. This person is going to have stability and may have children, or a, a marriage, in the future. Health, this person is planning for a baby. If so, for health, if the person is planning for the baby, it's an ideal card. If not, then the person is really taking care of his or her health, going to the gym, eating really healthy food, and making sure that following a very good diet. In relationship, it is an ideal time for this person to get into a relationship. Natural forces are helping this person to find the right partner. If the person is committed, that means this relationship is going at a very positive level. This person is going to have very strong bonding and understanding with the partner. If it the card comes as business, that means it's a very ideal time for business. The person will have all the resources, and fertility shows that it can also extend in the business, right? Like the business will be expanded. The business, if you start the business is not just going to be at one place. You'll be able to expand the business, maybe globally, or maybe in the same country but with different states. That also um, represented by this card. If somebody just asks yes or no, then definitely this is a yes card. And if you notice here the waterfall, right? What is
Mm-hmm.
waterfall? When you see waterfall, you see abundance, right? So that's why we associate this card with abundance. It shows motion and emotion. This shows the Empress has the ability to open up her intuitive power. And as I mentioned earlier, the wheat, it shows the nourishment and productivity. A wand, here, this wand, it means the Empress has magical power, because people come to her for advice, and she has this, counseling and magical power where with her words, with her wisdom, she can heal anybody, and she can kind of convince people to agree to, what she's saying, because that comes from the wisdom that comes from her aura. That's what this represents. Any question?
None. Thank you.
It is a beautiful card overall.
It is a beautiful card.
So the next card, right? Emperor. So when you see this card, what do you feel? What is the energy you feel?
Powerful.
Huh?
Power, authority,
Hmm.
power, and authority.
Yes. So if you see, so we'll first decode number. So it's number four. Number four means limitation or restriction. That's a core meaning of number four, right? And then
Mm.
we see this person is sitting down with very authority, very dominance, right? And this person, and also we see orange color. And when we read the orange color, we said orange color, if it's too much orange, that shows ego. So what
Mm-mm.
does that mean? This person is restricted by his ego.
His
This
ego.
person has
Mhm.
this, sorry?
No, no, I was just repeating what you said.
Yeah, this person has a lot of ego.
Right.
And if we look at the characteristics of this person, the emperor is the father figure. He sits upon a large stone throne. See,
Hmm.
it's very solid.
Right.
Why they are showing solid? Because It's actually showing that this person is very authoritative and very powerful, very dominant. And if you see in his right hand, the emperor is holding an ankh, the Egyptian symbol of life. It's an Egyptian symbol of life. And in his left is the orb, representing the world over which he rules.
Mm.
Sun, which represent confidence.
Yes.
So these are the meaning of this symbology. And he's wearing a red robe, indicative of his power, right? Because red is passion and power. So he is holding a status. Underneath it, he is wearing a suit of armor, right? If you see, the armor is shown here, and he is just covering it with a shawl.
Mm.
And also you can see armor here,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So what does that indicate? That indicate he's very strong. He's a very strong person.
Mm.
And he also has long white beard. So white beard, what that's representing? That representing that this person has a lot of experience because he's old, so he has gained a lot of wisdom. And then the reason that they are showing. So see, if you see this picture, this person is wearing armor. We understood. But now in this picture in tarot card, they would have covered this person with the whole red robe and shawl, right? But they did not. They are trying to tell us something. What they are trying to tell us, that this person is secretive also. So
Mm.
he will not, like, in business it's a good thing, right? Because you don't show your cards all at once.
Right.
But in relationship it's a problem, right? See,
Yes, absolutely.
one thing in one aspect becomes positive, but one
Yes.
thing in another aspect becomes negative, because you don't want
Very true.
secrets in your relationship,
Right. Mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
So his long beard is a symbol of wisdom and experience, along with gold crown. He's an authority figure who demands to be heard. Behind his throne, if you see, it looms um, a tall and mountain range here,
Mm.
signify that he's backed by a solid foundation. He has traditional approach, and doesn't want to change with time. So this person has some orthodox behavior, like old school. That's why number four represent restriction, right? So this person is very restricted with old values, with old traditions, orthodox, like old men, like they want
Mm-hmm.
certain things in certain way because they are so restricted. They don't want to change, or they don't want to evolve. They just want to have that fixed traditional value, which is also called patriarchy, right? That we have.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So now there was a general representation of the general interpretation of the card. So now if it comes in past, that means a person had power, stability, and pride in the past, and he tried to hide his secrets with everyone. He was very traditional and didn't change with the time. That's the past. Present present energy says this person has power, this person is stable and is very pride. Yeah, is very proud of himself, right? And he holds that pride, that ego on his neck all the time. He's very traditional and doesn't change with time, but he should get change in himself for the betterment. He always sticks to the principle. That is a good thing, but should not be rigid. So for example, if somebody comes to you and say, um, I want to marry this man, will my father agree? If this card comes, we'll say we don't think so your father will agree, because he is very, at this point of time we don't know future, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because energy always change. But Emperor, Major Arcana card, usually doesn't change. That means this person is very traditional, very dominating, and if the person that you're marrying is does not align with his values, he's not going to agree,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Future, the person will have power, stability, and pride. The person will be very traditional, will become traditional, he will become rigid and stubborn, but financially he'll be very stable. That's the future. In relationship, the energy shows the person will be very dominating in this relationship. He will sometimes act rigid, but like this, the relationship will not work well. He should also listen to
Right.
his partner and correlate along with the partner for better bonding and understanding. Health, the person will be very rigid regarding his health. He shouldn't rely on God all the time. He should consult to the doctor about his health. He should change his way of treatment if previous treatment is not working well. He can either use homeopathy or Ayurvedic treatment as well. If this card comes in business, the business will be following the traditional approach. This person will be this person will be following the traditional approach in the business, and but however he should change along with time, right? He should change his way of doing work and try some new techniques. But this income will be stable and will be successful. For example, if somebody opened a YouTube channel, right? Let's say I open a
Right.
YouTube channel and I'm following a very traditional approach. Like I say that in 19 in 2007 I had a YouTube channel which was very successful, let's say, right? And 2007 I'm talking about. In 2007 I had a very successful YouTube channel, and but I had to shut it down or do something. And now I open a new YouTube channel today. Now what I'm doing, if this card comes, I am still following same traditional approach. And this card
Mhm.
comes as guidance. This card will say, don't follow that traditional approach anymore. You have to evolve. Look for the look for maybe educate yourself with the with new strategy, new ideas. Watch some other YouTube videos. Evolve. Don't be
Mm.
restricted with what you achieved in the past because maybe it's not working,
Okay.
right?
Mhm.
All right. So picture symbolism we already spoke about, but we'll just see again. So if you see the sun, the emperor has a sun in his hand, which shows self-confidence, name, and fame. Wand. He also has a wand in his hand, which shows he can do magical things, right? Care and concern for others. So wand always represent that. So when you agree with this person will give you everything. But it's just that you have to agree because it's very traditional and very dominating.
Very
Armor,
difficult person.
huh?
Very difficult person.
Very difficult person. He's like my way or highway.
Yes, I was thinking that. I was thinking that.
Armor, he's wearing an armor which is hidden in his shawl, which indicates that he's hard at heart and secretive.
Mm.
Mountains, both side, there are mountains which depicts stability. See, mountains here. Mountain depicts, sometimes mountain also depicts obstacles, but you have to see. But here, it's like it's not coming on the way, so that is stability.
Oh, okay.
Bullface in throne shows power. So in this card is positive in all aspects except relationship. Um, and and if it's a yes or no, that means yes.
Mm.
Usually I don't do yes or no question. I do very I only do yes or no in a spread where I have to predict a timing. But otherwise I always try to read the energy. because in tarot, yes or no sometimes doesn't make sense.
Mm.
So next is Hierophant, another very beautiful card. So the keywords we can use for this card could be spiritual wisdom, religious beliefs, counseling, and traditions.
Mm.
So let's actually go through the picture and symbology first. Oh, let's go through the number. So number five represent communication. That means this person is a great communicator. This person knows how to communicate, when to communicate, and when to give the message. Like, this person knows how to read the room. And then we see the his hands. If you see the position of his hand, the Hierophant hand is in such posture which shows spiritual blessings. People come to this person for spiritual needs and are assured with an answer, right? Like he's like, like this also shows sign of trinity and peace, and shows power. And you can see keys here, right? They show the way to heaven. The Hierophant has the key to the spiritual path. This person can really lead you to the spiritual path, can really direct you to the right path. Keys also, you know, keys also represent a solution to the problem. So if you have a problem, this person will be able to help you with the solution, right? And you see these two people are sitting down. That means the people are really listening to this person because of his communication skills, because of his spiritual connection with the universe. And this person is very knowledgeable. Like this person knows what he's talking about, right? So the Hierophant is a masculine counterpart of the High Priestess. So we saw the High Priestess, right?
Mhm.
The second card. So it's a masculine version. They both have the same qualities. They both are very educated, very spiritual, very religious, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
He is also known as a pope of the teacher in other tarot decks. The Hierophant is a religious figure sitting between two pillars of sacred temple. So if you see the surrounding, these are in Greek mythology, because if you see the pictures and symbology and everything, it comes from Greek, right? So this shows a temple, like he's sitting in a temple with these strong two pillars,
Mhm.
and he wears three robes, right? If you see red, white, and blue.
Mm.
So what does white represent? White represent purity, innocence, right? Like it gives that angelic um, energy.
Mhm.
And it's representing, and also if you see it, these three robes could represent three worlds that he rules. That means the conscious, the subconscious, and unconscious. So we have three level of minds if you have read about it, right? So he rules. So he has access to all of them. Like as a normal person, we don't, because we are usually operating from our conscious mind when we are awake. When we sleep, our subconscious mind gets active, right? But
Mhm.
it's just that our subconscious mind is active, but we are not really aware of it. But this person's subconscious mind is very active. And for a tarot reader, we have to have our subconscious mind active. That's why how you can check if your subconscious mind is active. You just sit down and try to visualize colors, images. The more you can visualize things, that means your subconscious mind is active.
Mm.
If you cannot visualize, like for example, if I'm trying to visualize red color, but it's very hard for me to do it, right? That means my subconscious mind is not very active. and I'm not a visual person. And for a spiritual person, if you want to connect with the universe, because universe speaks in this language, like symbols,
Right.
energy, word, sorry, symbols, energies, pictures, colors, numbers. That's how universe speaks, and your feelings, right? So if your subconscious mind is active, you can interpret all these very easily.
So, Didi, I have a question. So, what happens when you're in meditation and you're able to visualize in meditation? Would that also mean the same thing? Would that be,
Yes.
oh,
Yes,
okay.
see, when we are into meditation, basically we do breath meditation, right? Depending on you're doing guiding. But that means is we go into a state where our subconscious mind gets active and we slow down. Our conscious mind slow down, right? We go into
Yeah,
theta stage. It's called theta
yes,
stage. So the more theta you produce, the more you can connect with the universe. So meditation is a way to produce that theta. That's why it's scientifically also they say slow down, take some deep breaths, and produce as much theta as you can. Because usually we are producing theta during sleep because we go in deep sleep, right? That's when
right.
we produce theta. But in the daytime also take out some time, do some meditation, even for 5 minutes. Try to produce theta, and that also helps with your prefrontal cortex, which is a prefrontal cortex of your brain, right? it
Right.
it helps you to develop. I'll go through different stages of your brain waves. We can go
Hmm.
through it and it'll give you more understanding.
Okay, awesome.
Okay,
Thank you.
all right. So if we talk about past, that means the person was very spiritual and had a lot of knowledge. Maybe the person went through lot of the person read a lot of books, the person went through a lot of spiritual experiences, and that's how this person gained that spirituality, right? People came to him for advice and he showed them the right path. He was very traditional. See, the difference between hierophant a traditionality and emperor traditionality is hierophant is traditional, still old value, old school person, but he does not impose those values to others.
Hmm.
He's flexible if you are following your own path. But emperor, the difference is he is restricted. He says if I follow this, that is right, so you also follow that. Otherwise I am not going to have any
Hmm.
relationship with you. So that is the difference. It's fine to be traditional, but don't impose into onto others, right?
Right,
You don't own anybody.
right.
You don't own
That's right,
the
Emperor.
journey of other souls, huh?
I said, that's right, Emperor. Like, you don't tell me what to do.
Right, right. In the present, the person is very spiritual, has a lot of knowledge. This person guides the people for their betterment, and he's highly trustable and believes in the God. He's a good counselor.
Right,
In the future, if this card comes, that means a person will become very spiritual. The person will go through a lot of spiritual experiences. He will be the guide to the people for their betterment, and he'll be a good counselor, and his knowledge will make him a strong person. In relationship, this person will enjoy the new beginning of a relationship. The marriage can get fixed. If somebody comes and say, I want to marry this person, this card comes, yes, definitely, you will marry this person. And you will marry the person of your choice. The relationship with the partner will be extremely fruitful. If it comes in health, very positive card, there's no critical problem. He should maintain a good balance in diet and exercise, also a way to it. If this card comes in business, the person will utilize his knowledge and skill in a better way. The person will create good opportunities for himself, and he usually will follow a traditional approach because this person is a traditional. And however, the guidance could be also try to apply some new approaches, to your business. because in business, we all, the guidance, even the practical guidance, right, is usually try to follow a strategy that works today, because every day everything's changing, especially with AI, right?
Right. Right.
So in yes or no, it's a positive card for all the aspects. So the next very beautiful card, the Lovers.
Mhm.
So if you see the number six represent love and luxury. You can clearly see the love, right? Because it
Mhm.
says the lovers,
Right.
right? So if you see the card in general, it shows a naked man and woman, right?
Mhm.
They are beneath the angel, and usually we call angel Raphael angel. And this angel is blessing these two people, right? And this card also shows a yin and yang, masculine and feminine energy,
Mm.
right? And the couple stands in on a beautiful fertile landscape, right? If you see.
Mhm.
And and you know what this card is trying to show, that naked means they are very transparent to each other. Like
Mhm.
there is no secrets. They're very transparent, and this relationship is beautifully blessed. And it shows physical intimacy, it shows emotional intimacy, like very 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 fulfillment card for a relationship. And this somewhere also shows the choices that one has to make in his or her life journey, right? Sometimes we have to choose one or the other. So this card also shows the choices that you have to make in your life, because it's showing two people, and there is a mountain. That's why in tarot card has like a lot of meaning, but it really depends on your intuition and where your attention goes first, right? Where is your attention going, right? That's how
Mhm.
you try to interpret the card, because you cannot say you can there is a person who comes, maybe 60-year-old, and the lovers card come, and we say you maybe you're looking for a new relationship or something like that, like we kind of interpret the card in the love angle. Maybe it's not love angle, maybe the person is making some choices in his life, and he's trying to balance a masculine and feminine energy. So that's why it's very important for a tarot reader to develop intuition, to connect with the
Mhm.
cards,
Mhm.
do chakra meditation, do meditation every single day, you know sit in silence, and also practice with your tarot. Try to talk, because we sometimes when we are practicing, we say in our mind, but we have to speak so that we can communicate with the person, right?
Right.
So card is indicative of love, relationship, marriage, and also extramarital affairs.
Wow.
Sometimes it's very confusing for the people, because people are like, oh, my relationship is blessed. On the one hand, you are saying I have angels, I have this, my relationship is perfect. On the other hand, you're talking about extramarital affair. And why we say extramarital affair, here is a snake. See,
Mm.
snake on the
On the
tree, and
tree.
this woman
Mhm.
is also looking somewhere else, and this man is looking at the woman, but they're not looking at each other.
Mhm.
So sometimes when you say it's extramarital affair, we don't say it like out loud. First of all, it has to come in obstacle,
Mhm.
right? So sometimes we say a person comes and say, why my marriage is not working, or why my husband is not paying attention to me these days. We
Mhm.
pull this card, we'll say, maybe your partner is a little bit distracted right now, because now it comes under reasoning. It's not your current energy, it comes into the reasoning. So we say maybe
Mm.
your person is, a little bit distracted, maybe towards work, Then you do clarifier card.
Right.
And in clarifier card, a card comes like Ace of Cups with feminine energy of Queen of Pentacles. Then we can confirm.
Mm.
So that's why we really have to do like, practice of like pulling out
Right.
more cards.
Right.
Um, as I mentioned, snake represent distractions. There's a warning in the card that your relationship is blessed right now, so don't get into any kind of distractions.
Mm-hmm.
Past, the person had a very stable relationship with the partner. He was very happy and content. Present, a new relationship can start. The relationship will be stable and fruitful. He or she will have bright future and the relationship will be blessed. However, the person should not have any distractions. Future, again, a new relationship will start. That relationship will be stable and fruitful. The person will have a bright future. He will have a lot of distractions also if it comes into the
Mm.
future. But he has to select what's best for him. So he has to make choices, right? And he need to make, decisions for long term. And if he makes a decision long term, then the decision will be best for this person. Health, right now the health is fine, but should not neglect the health. He should look after the changes in his body. He should consult with the doctor right now. The person will recover soon if he take proper treatment. He should not indulge too much into worldly pressure. It just because of, because it's giving a warning. That's why we say your health is perfectly fine, but still you have to, if you feel like there's some problem, don't neglect. So first of all, whenever somebody asks you a health related question, I don't give advice. I'm not a doctor. I always
Mm-hmm.
say, you know what, you go to a doctor and do your diagnosis if you're having any health issues. And they
Mm.
say, I went to the doctor, nothing came, right? Then I pull the tarot card and kind of check the energy, like what's going on. And some people come and say, I'm going through a treatment. Will this treatment give me better results? Then also we can, pull the cards. So, business, the person should make the right decision for long term gain. If he will think of short term gains, then it will not be fruitful. The lower card shows long term gains, not short terms, right?
Mm.
He should make a backup plan for the future. He shouldn't act too greedy and he should concentrate in a right way to grasp for long term gain. In yes or no, it's a yes card. As I mentioned, naked, if we look at the picture symbology, naked means transparency in relationships. Angel means blessing the relationship. Snake is distraction. Tree of flames, which we see, that is passion.
Passion.
So our next card is the chariot.
I love
This is
that card.
again, huh?
I love that card.
Yeah. This is again a very positive card. Um, but this card is positive in past and present, but can be negative in future, and I'll explain why. So number seven means confusion and illusion and clarity. Okay, like you get clarity after confusion and illusion, basically. So this is a positive card. The chariot card basically shows a brave warrior standing inside a chariot. He wears armor decorated with crescent moons, right? If you see the moons here.
Oh yeah, I never noticed that before. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah. So this shows intuition. And then above his head, if you see,
Mm-hmm. The
it's a
crown.
it's a star. suggesting his connection to the universe.
Mm.
Basically, like maybe his connection to the stars, to the moon, like, different planets, because
Yes.
it's a it's a star. In front of the vehicle, if you see white and black
Mm-hmm.
things, right?
Mm-hmm.
What this shows? This shows confusion between the right and wrong.
I never saw it that way. Wow.
Because see, black is a very good color. I love black color, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what does it represent? So if I turn off the light, there will be a lot of blackness. That
Mm-hmm.
means you won't have clarity. And if you're at a new place, in a new room, you will be like, okay, you're sleeping on a bed. You'll be like, okay, right now I'm very confused. Should I take my step forward? Maybe there is something that I don't know, right? So
Right.
that's why black shows confusion, negative environment.
Mm-hmm.
So these two, they actually shows confusion between right and wrong,
Mm-hmm.
or positive or negative. And then if you see, there is like property also in the back here. There's like a lot of symbology, symbols in this card. This property, this also shows property. Like if somebody comes and say, I want to buy a house, will I be able to buy a house? This card indicates, yes, you'll be able to buy a house because you are seeing a property. And as I mentioned, these two, they represent duality, positive and negative. They are opposite forces. Behind the chariot flows a wide river. See here,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes.
what that's a symbol of the need to be in flow with the rhythm of life, while also charging ahead towards your goals and intention. That means you are in the flow with the life, but then you also have a focus, laser focus on your goal. Because chariot also shows focus, laser focus, that you are moving towards your goals. This shows victory after a lot of planning and hard work. This card shows victory. Why it shows victory? Because see, whenever there is a warrior, like in the past, if you
Mm-hmm.
talk about warriors, they go for wars. They will have horses, right? And the horses will stand up, right? They'll stand
Mm-hmm.
up when they're going for a ride because they are ready. But here they both are sitting down. That
Oh.
shows the war is finished, like it's over, war is over, and this person is victorious. So that's why if the card comes in the past, that means that you had struggled a lot in your life, you were confused, you had your goals, you didn't know what to choose, you were in duality. But listening to your intuition, you won that war. Now you're very clear in your head.
Mm.
In the present also, that you did a lot of hard work. You were very confused in the beginning, and but using your intuition power, going with the flow of life and with laser focus, you came out of that duality phase and you are successful. But if it comes in the future, it becomes negative, because in the future he'll have to fight for this battle.
Mm.
He will get confused. But the guidance is, use your intuition, go with the flow of life with laser focus, don't be distracted, and you will be victorious. In relationship, the person has a very stable relationship right now. or will have a very stable relationship with his partner. His relationship will get stronger. He should trust his intuition power. In business, a person had gone through a lot of struggle and difficulties, but now the struggle period is over and person has achieved positive results. He has achieved the stability, pride, materialistic comforts, name, fame, and money. He is now a good decision maker from business point of view because he had gone through, his battle.
Is that okay?
And always in this card, always trust your intuition. And the star, it as I mentioned, it connects to the celestial world, like stars, and
Mm.
and then this the
Moon.
moon, intuition. So that's why we are suggesting this person to understand your intuition, connect to your intuition. Okay, next card is number 8. And what does number 8 represent? Struggle and success. And what do you see in this card?
I see the infinity sign
Hmm.
and I see the lion touching, right? Taming the lion.
Hmm.
Yes, strength.
Right. So the keywords of this card is strength, courage, persuasion, self-control, and compassion.
Definitely courage.
Yeah,
And
courage. A lot
hmm
of courage, right? And this woman is wearing this white outfit. That means this woman is very peaceful, very pure, very trustworthy,
right.
and is connected to the universe and has infinite knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
right? So in the strength card, this card is called strength. This woman is gently strokes a lion on its forehead and jaw, right? Like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's Do you think in real life we can do that?
Exactly.
So it's representing something, right?
Yes, it does.
So even though, the lion is known for danger, right? This woman has tamed the wild beast with her calming and loving energy.
Mm-hmm.
The lion is a symbol of raw passions and desires. And taming him, the woman shows that animal instinct and raw passions can be expressed in a positive way when inner strength and resilience are applied. She doesn't use force, she channels her inner strength to subdue and subtle control the lion. That means, we all have this lion inside, like lion instinct, this animal instinct inside of us, right?
Right.
We have anger, we have all low frequency vibe emotions, right? Anger, fear, and desires, passions. But we don't always have to express all that into a way that is not appropriate to the society. If you can control yourself and you can be if you're if you can control these desires, these negative emotions, then you can win this lion that's inside you.
Mm.
So that's what it's showing. And the woman is wearing white robe, as I mentioned earlier, showing the purity of her spirit. And a
Right.
belt, right? If you see the belt here also, crown of flowers that represent the fullest, most beautiful expression of nature here,
Mm. Yeah.
right? The
Mm-hmm.
card shows strength, problem, and courage. The person has successfully controlled his negative emotions like greed, lust, anger, and desired success. And the card also shows control over your desires, the
Mm,
desires that are not serving you anymore, you know. And this can also show the person is a pet lover.
mm,
So if this card comes in past, the person has struggled a lot in the past, and he might have overcome the difficulties, and then he became stronger. He had the materialistic comfort as well. He had overcome from his inner desire wants. That means you have won your you have done a lot of introspection, and you have won your mind over your soul. Like, now your mind doesn't control your soul.
right.
You have purified yourself. In the present, the person is struggling a lot right now, but with time, he is going to overcome the difficulties. He is facing challenges and he's stronger now. In the future, this card could show some negativity, meaning the person will have to struggle.
Mm,
The person will have to struggle a lot, but he'll overcome with difficulties. He has to face several challenges and then he'll become stronger. He'll also have materialistic comfort as well. He'll overcome his negative tendencies. In the relationship, the person has achieved peace and harmony in the relationship, but after a lot of struggles. He has controlled his own desires and expectations, and hence is now stable and peaceful. Sometimes in relationship we are like, okay, you, the like there are two people. One will say, you listen to me, you do what I do or what I say.
mm-hmm.
So this indicates that in relationship this was you, but now you have come a long way. That
Way, yeah.
Mhm. In health, the person has overcome all the issues if it comes in present by controlling his own desires, like not eating junk food and following proper diet, going to the gym, and this person took a proper rest and now don't need to stress out for anything. In business also, the person had struggled a lot and he faced some challenges, but he recovered from it all. After facing challenges, he got the positive outcomes. He has the materialistic comforts, nature supports this person, and he has also created the wealth because he had that strength, right? And he's having great thoughts. The person would stay in peace. And we also see mountains, right? And that also shows the stability that person has achieved by controlling the desires. Okay, we have 3 minutes left. Do you want to go through this card or maybe
No, because it's too much.
yeah, I don't want to give you too much content.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I don't want to shorten it either because it's too much.
Yeah, right, right.
Hmm.
So okay, let's do a quick test. You
Okay,
ready?
I'm ready. Uh-oh.
Okay. So how many cards do we have in a tarot deck?
78.
Yes,
Oh,
good job. And how many cards do we have in Major Arcana?
oh boy. 12? No, I messed up.
That's fine. I know I didn't send you the notes, so I sent you the notes. Please do a revision.
Okay,
So so in Major Arcana we have 22 cards,
that's 20.
right? 22 cards, though the first card starts from zero, that's why it's from 0 to 21. But when you add them, they're 22.
22.
And then the rest 56 are divided in different suits, and we have
Hmm.
four suits. Each suit is 14 cards.
Okay.
Okay, so so in the next class what we'll do is we'll do the hermit. We'll definitely do the cards. However, we'll do some practice also because I want to make sure that
That it's
we
sinking in.
start this ASAP.
Yes. Hmm.
Because this is theory, right? The fun is when we do the practice. And I know we have a
Yeah.
long way to go. Theory is a little boring, but this is theory is extremely important because your foundation has to be very strong.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
when
And it's
somebody
actually
comes
it's
to,
very very interesting too. I love it.
yeah, right. So you go through the notes that I've provided. At
Hmm.
least you should be clear with how many cards do we have in a tarot deck, what is the difference between major and minor arcana, how many minor arcana, how many suits, what each suit represent, at least that, because when we do the reading, we're not we'll do the practice just from major in our next class for 5-10 minutes because
Okay.
I haven't gone through the minor.
Okay.
Okay.
Understand. Yes. Yeah,
All
thank
right.
you.
It was
Thank you
great
so
talking to
much.
you. I'll see you next week.
Likewise. See you next week. Bye.